Hello chefs, I hope you had a nice weekend, and today we're cooking something that is not everybody's favorite cup of tea. It's offals, and I decided to do a kidney. So I chose a pig's kidney, which is quite cheap but quite flavoursome. It's not too strong, unlike say the lamb's kidney. The best one of course is calf's kidney, but again it's difficult to find and quite expensive too. And in this country, if you mention the word calf, they think of a little poor animal that had to give his life up for us. So it would be a kidney which is very quickly pan fried or sauté, Venetian style with onions. And it's very easy to do and very quick too. In fact, it has to be quick in order not to go too hard. You could use liver as well, in the same sort of selection that I said. Perhaps the strongest one would be the lamb, then the pig, and the best one, the veal. We avoid, obviously, the older animals, such as the ox, because it's very strong and also it cooks very, very tough. So here we go. I got the pans on a maximum, ready to receive the onion, and then the kidney. All I need is salt, pepper, and oil, and a bit of parsley butter, which I mentioned earlier. I pre-prepare in bulk and then freeze. Great, so off we go. Onion. Today I use a white one, has to be shredded. Remember, shredding is along the grain, and I take a bit of the root off so that the little shreds actually fall apart. It's the opposite than chopping onion. Very, very fine indeed. So remember, you hold the blade with the two fingers so it doesn't move about, and you do a slight slicing motion towards yourself. So that's the speed that I would expect a first year student to have achieved after 6 months. And that's the 6 months that you had as lockdown, and of course cookery with me. So here we go. Oil in one pan for the onions. I do them separately, but you could do them together. But again, I have a problem with the heat because the electric is not as good as gas. So I use the one for the onion and one for the kidney, and then I marry them together. So in they go. And make sure it's really hot so you can hear the sizzling, and let them start to sort of cook and caramelize eventually. Meanwhile, the pan for the kidney is coming up to smoke point, so that's what I need. And I got the kidney which has been washed, trimmed, washed, and then dried. I cut it into 2 halves into the thickness, and you can see it's nice and fresh. Put it with the skin up, and in this case, instead of slicing the way that we usually do for vegetables, which is this way, I just slice this down as thin as possible. Of course, sharp knife is a must. So we're talking about 2-3 millimeters thickness into kind of little sticks, really. And it's worth trying if you never had kidney. Do it this way rather than the one that you usually have in the restaurant, which is cooked to death and is probably becoming tough. So smoke point, kidney, a bit of seasoning, freshly ground pepper, and a bit of salt. And that's all. The kidneys have a very strong flavor already, so doesn't need much else. Give a stir to my onion so that it becomes sort of golden color, and in I go to the kidney. Really, really hot. As you can hear. So really I got the two things going and frying away all the time. I should have that sort of frying noise all the time. If it was gas, I would pick them up and toss them, but if I lose contact with the electric plate, I lose the contact with the heat. This one is nearly there. You can see, nicely golden in color, while the kidneys are cooking through, and that has stopped the noise that I would like to hear all the time. But we'll get there. Put a bit of flavour onto my onions as well, so they have some flavour too. And it's almost there, really. It doesn't take much. Now with it, I got some rice, which is ready. This one is coming up almost to be served. But there's not much happening there, so I'll put it in there. Just get more heat on that one and this one. All the liquid you can see there came out of the kidney itself. Hence the frying is gone by the way. As I repeat all the time, you're better off with gas and perhaps a nice cast iron or heavy pan. Right, choose which one now is the hottest. Try that one. No, that one. And then meanwhile I got my plate with the rice already hot inside the mold, and I'll be serving some stir-fried vegetables with it. I get my butter, my parsley butter, to finish off. So as you can see, it's just butter which is mixed up with some lots of freshly chopped parsley, and then put in one of those ice cube trays, frozen, and when it's solid you separate it and put it in a, say, a airtight container in the freezer, and they come out one by one. And I put it in to give the herby flavour. And as you can see, it's already there. We mustn't overcook the kidney. And I got quite a lot just for one kidney. And you'd be surprised, some people are taken aback because they think the smell or the flavour, but there's very little smell from offals here. So I got my rice ready, which I turned out in the mould, and I'll be serving that with some stir-fried vegetables, which is inside the microwave. As you can see, the swinging of my camera. And that's about it, really. That's quite a generous portion, which I just dress around my rice. And that's more than sufficient for me. Great. So make sure the plate is nice and clean. If I had a bigger plate, I would serve the stir fry on the other side, but that's all the space I got. So it is pig's kidney Venetian style. The classical one would have liver, which is fegato alla veneziana. Therefore we need Italian red wine, fairly substantial, and that's not very expensive, quite popular. It's Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, and that's my dinner. I hope you can make your own. Give it a try and let me know if you liked it or not. See you next time. Bye bye.